Hello, good evening. Welcome, everyone. Welcome this evening. This is Every Woman. It's a platform where we come together to pray for our families, to pray for our spouses, to pray for our children. It's a platform where we come together to share our common challenges and successes in our relationship. Welcome. This evening, I want to know it's a season of Christmas where everywhere you go to, every house you enter now, every home you visit is all about Christmas. And just this evening I was asking somebody, I said, what do you really understand by this Christmas? And I was amazed at the answer I got. What was the answer? She said, Christmas period is a period where you buy new clothes, you eat a lot of meat, you eat a lot of chicken, that is a period where you now share food to people and they also share to you. And I was like, oh, is that what you understand by Christmas? And I now called a young guy and I asked him, what do you understand by Christmas as a young guy? He said, Christmas is the time where ladies can really task. And I laughed. I was like, is that what you understand by Christmas? Now I called them a little child and I was like, what do you understand by Christmas? And the little child said, Christmas is the time when our parents used to buy us new clothes, fine shoe and fine clothes. I will not plait fine hair. And I was not like, is that what you understand by the word Christmas? And let's just hold on a little. Let's hold on a little. So I was like, if that is what many of us understand by Christmas, I think there's really a problem. We have a serious issue at hand. If buying new clothes, buying new shoes, buying sharing cooked food and eating a lot is what we understand by Christmas. One thing that should even first of all tell us is Christmas does not come with gluttony first. It doesn't come with where what want to put you under pressure of expenses. I really want to talk to especially women this evening. Have got to see a lot of women having issues with their spouse, with their husbands, simply because they feel that my husband has never planned anything for Christmas. Now, I was just telling somebody, I said, my own Christmas, because I was like, how are you planning for Christmas? I said, for me, my own Christmas is about, okay, I visit an orphanage. If I also, because that same rice, that same food that I'm thinking I want to cook in excess, or I want to be a glutton daddy, I want to do, if I have some of it, there's also somebody that doesn't even have a grain of rice. So I really want us to know that Christmas is also a season with what is around is a season of love. And many of us, for me, Christmas is also a period where we spouse, husband and wife, should learn to appreciate one another. Because there is a custom I've seen among married people where you see a woman will shop and shop and shop. She's collecting money, she's for the kids' clothes, for the kids' shoes, and not even remembering her own husband that she's collecting the money, not even the boxers. For me, Christmas period is actually a period where we should also learn to exchange gifts in our homes. I was glad a few days ago when my daughter, my little girl came and was like, Mommy, I have this 1,200 naira and I don't want to touch it. I want to save it up because I want to get you a gift. And I was like, for real? Want to get me a gift? And she was not like, Mommy, this is what I told her. I said, anything you can afford, I appreciate it. But many of us, we have so accustomed our mind, even the children, they so accustomed their mind that, okay, Christmas period is the time where my mother or my father has to buy me a new dress, they need to get me new shoes, and that day we go outing. That day, we have fun, and that is what Christmas is just all about. until we also learn to teach our children that love is about sharing. Christmas, first of all, is a season of love. It breeds the atmosphere for love, and love is about sharing. This sharing is not something, because a lot of people are actually putting themselves under pressure. It's as if you did not kill chicken, did not slaughter chicken on Christmas Day, as if your world is ending. And do we know that even this chicken that we are talking about, okay, some people want to spend so much to gather chicken, and these are things that on a daily basis we eat in our houses. Even if you did not cook it in your, you did not cook it in your house at times, maybe you go out, you buy it. And there's really nothing extraordinarily special about these expenses. I saw somebody a few days ago. Yes, that was the first day. And the lady was like, they want to travel to the east. And I was like, this one, that transportation is like, she said, no, ma. I borrowed 100,000 naira from my cooperative so that my family can travel. And I said, must you go during the Christmas season? Is it that any other time you can't travel? Why? Because in some people's houses, it has become a custom that every Christmas I must go to my village. Every Christmas I must do this. Every Christmas I must do that. Women, I want to talk to us. So don't put your husband under pressure simply because you want to celebrate Christmas. Look, after Christmas, January is just around the corner. Is it not January 10th? My kids were telling me that they are resuming school. Will you finish all the loan on Christmas celebration and you come back in January? Are you still going to borrow for fees? In as much as we feel that, okay, Christmas is just once in a year, for me, Christmas is every day. In a home where there is happiness, a home where there is love, because once there is love, there is sharing. So a home where there is love, where there is sharing, a home where there is joy, where there is peace, I don't think there is anything more than Christmas in such a home. So a home cannot be tearing apart and you say you are celebrating Christmas. What are you celebrating? We need to first of all fix our home. Then we will now know the joy or the spirit lying in Christmas. So this is just what I want to discuss with some of us today. And please, if you have any advice for someone out there concerning Christmas, because you see, the country right now is not, the economy is not friendly. And I am still amazed that some things are gushed out from some women's mouth concerning Christmas. I'm like, for real? So are you telling me now that if you don't do Christmas, your world is ending? The other day, I heard a woman insulting her husband that the neighbor has bought shoes for the children. The neighbor have done that. The neighbors have done that. Useless man. You don't even know how we are planning for the Christmas. You don't know how you are doing this. You have not even thought of your everyday feeding. And you are talking about Christmas. Yes, Christmas is a season of fun. But there's a life after Christmas. That is what I want all of us to know this evening. There's a life after Christmas. Christmas does not just end on the 25th and 26th and it's gone. After 26th, what happens? What happens? We have a lot ahead of us to do with finances. So you that is watching me this evening, if you have a piece of advice for someone out there, please kindly post it. Because a lot of people are doing this Christmas as if it's a do or die affair. Me, I told somebody that, see, don't be surprised that on Christmas Day, I will not even cook. Or maybe the maximum I will do, I just pick my kids and I go out. Let it not be that they didn't also experience the fun of it. Even if it's ice cream I'm able to buy for them, fine. And if you are still not able to afford it, you are not owing anybody anything. So what do we want to make it look like? If you don't do it, you are not a part of this world. So there's really nothing wrong with you. Do you know that most Christmas I actually sleep? I sleep till 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I sleep. Maybe in the morning when I finish doing my cooking, I sleep. Excuse me. So there's really not extraordinary thing associated that you feel okay if you don't do it. Let's stop putting ourselves under pressure, because we have, okay, if you don't do slaughter a cow, you don't slaughter 10 chickens this year, next year Christmas will never end till the world end. As long as I have known Christmas, since I was born, I have always known Christmas. And if the number of Christmases I have celebrated there are still Christmases in front. And there's no Christmas. I've never really had a Christmas that was like, oh, this Christmas is the one that won an award. However way I celebrate it, the most important thing, Christmas has come and gone. And before you know again, next year has come. Another 2022 Christmas has come. So why the pressure? Why the duress? Why are we putting ourselves under pressure simply because we want to celebrate Christmas? Why the pressure? Why? There's a life after Christmas. And I was asking somebody the other day, I said, even the Jesus, okay, what is Christmas? You say we are celebrating the birthday of Jesus. I said, does Jesus know you? The Jesus you are even celebrating, does he know you? Does he know you? Because I was asking the guy, I said, what? Because he was like, that day they're having a hangout. He mentioned the place that they're having a hangout, that they're going to drink their head out. And I was not like, okay, you're having a hangout. Bros, are you a born again? He said, Momsy, forget that thing. Everybody go make heaven. And I was like, you, is Jesus your Lord and personal Savior? Say, I forget now, God, they carry us waka. Does Jesus even know you? Does Jesus know you? Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Christmas, as in, I don't know. I don't even know how to say this. Does Jesus know you? For the fact that Christmas, we are marking Christmas, should you now empty your bank account because of that day celebration? Yes, I was telling my kids when they were like, Mommy, but I said, see, the way you are dressed like this, nobody wants to ask you whether you are wearing a new dress or not. I told my two girls, the senior daughter and the second one, I was like, because they were really like, Mommy, get us sneakers now, you know that day. I said, see, the way you are dressed like this, because they were actually dressed, wanted to go out this evening. I was not like, the way you are dressed like this, do you know you are just good to go? Are you telling me that when you now get to wherever you are, somebody will not start asking you, this sneaker you are wearing, is it a new one? The pants you are wearing, the trouser, the jean trouser you are wearing, did you just buy it? Or the top you are wearing, is it a new one? I told them, I said, you don't really need to have this custom that, okay, if I don't buy new clothes, I don't buy new shoes. The maximum we can do, parents, so the children won't feel left out. Yes, the maximum I did for them, I made sure that, okay, they made beautiful hair, they see themselves, they are like, oh, they're also flaunting the hair, fine. I can afford that. If I can't afford sneaker, I don't need to kill myself over it. If I can't afford new clothes, I don't need to kill myself over it. Are you telling me that what they wear, they are not rags? So the only thing I do that I advise parents is so that these kids will not be left out, even if you as a parent does not even have the time that day. Yes, because if you are doing a job, you are working somewhere that they will not free you that day, or they will not give you permission, you are on duty. So you have somebody that you can also tell your children, okay, sister or brother or maybe your neighbor, so your children will not feel, because yes, at times it really gets to these children, everybody is going out, everybody is doing like that, everybody is doing like that. We are, maybe my mommy doesn't have, yes, you, whatever you can afford, you also give them. If there's a place within that they can go out, maybe with other of your neighbors or with relations or friends, you go out, the one that you can carry, you carry, even if it's a cup of ice cream they buy. Yes, to the children that day, it's a unique thing. But we women, we should stop putting pressure on our husbands simply because of Christmas. And the men, I know of a man that will say, that day I will eat. Up till now, he doesn't even know how they feed in their house. He doesn't even know how the wife provides for the house. But that man, last year Christmas, let me shock you. The man, he actually bought chicken from my husband, broiler, and we dressed it. And it was the woman, the wife came to buy broiler, and we dressed it. And I think somehow the person that dressed it didn't remember to put the gizzard. Do you know this man came back? That in their village, that is the head of the house that eat gizzard. And the wife was so mad because when the kids told the wife that the man was quarreling over gizzard, and he came to meet us that we must give him gizzard. We had to start searching for gizzard to add to it. And the wife was so angry that from January to December, you don't know how we feed in this house. You don't know how the children eat. You don't know how they drink water. Now, because it's Christmas, you want to eat the gizzard of the chicken that you don't even know how they bought. You know, a lot of men too are not responsible at all. It is not all about money. You know, I keep telling my husband that it's not about you saying, okay, I'm giving you 30,000, I'm giving you 50,000, I'm giving you 1 million, I'm giving you 500,000. That is not what will make me really feel, okay, you're taking care of me. Out of the 20,000, out of the 30,000 that you earn, what percentage are you actually paying attention to your family with? That little that you will bring, yes, I know that you don't earn much. That little that you are bringing, because I know that you don't earn much, I will also value it. So how often do you really put your family in your budget? How often do you put your kids, your wife in your budget? And there's no way a man will be doing this from January to December that the woman will not want to go extra miles also during the Christmas to ensure that the breeze of Christmas blows very well in the home. So it's not only about women that are putting pressure on the husbands. Some men also put pressure and they don't know it. Because they sit down, they start lamenting, that is not as if that this Christmas now, they would have loved to do this, they would have loved to do that. You know, in so-so person, he went to so-so person's house, knowing fully well that he's not even contributing much in the home. So let's not put pressure on ourselves. Me, on Christmas Day, if I were to be doing a job that will put tea on my table, Christmas, for the fact that I went for Christmas, will not put tea on my table. That is one thing we should know. For the fact that I went to celebrate Christmas is not going to put a dish of meal on my table. So some people even neglect their work. I see some people close businesses for days simply because they are going on for Christmas. And by the time they come, yes, somebody will tell me that, but that is the only time we have holiday. See, nobody mark Christmas to be your own holiday. If you are self-employed, your holiday is anytime. And if you are a civil servant, you work somewhere and you are entitled to leave, your holiday, you can take your leave at any time. You see, during Christmas period, you see everybody at the park. Everybody is gathering load. That time you hear that to the east, 18,000 naira. The 18,000 naira that these parents are owing in their children's school that they could not pay, they are ready to pay it for 4 children themselves to go to the east. And their kids did not collect results during vacation. Why must you go? Are you telling me that in one of the holidays that the kids have that is not Christmas season, you can't just, if you want to go home to visit your family, you can't just put your kids in the car in one of the school vacation period if you are a business owner and say, okay, for these 3 days I want to travel? Are you also telling me that if you are a civil servant, one of these days, personally I love taking my leave when my kids are on holidays. Are you telling me that you cannot also take leave during when your children are on holiday and say, okay, kids, let's travel? Must it be during the Christmas? If you don't have, I'm talking to those that, I'm not saying that it's wrong, oh, please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's wrong. If you have the capacity to carry it, you can fly anywhere in the world and go and enjoy your Christmas. But if you know that if you spend it, it will put you in tight corner. Nobody is forcing you. They know they carry first to do Christmas here. Nobody is forcing you to. So please, the Christmas period also. You know, I was just I attended a service last week somewhere. You know, Thanksgiving service throughout last Sunday. You'll be seeing Thanksgiving service. And you know where I was opportune to do a little talk. I told them, I said, the same way many of us complain to Jesus, complain to God, God, you throughout the year, January to December, you did not do this, you were supposed to do this, that is how we are in our homes. We never appreciate one another. Thanksgiving service, you are thanking God. Your wife that will work from Sunday to Sunday, she has become a gogo sariki aiki round the clock. You never have a time to come home and say, honey, I bought you this night, I just want to tell you thank you. No thank you. But the day she tells you, no, my husband, this is not how it's supposed, you will tell her, is it because? Why? You want to be ruling me. You want to be the head of this house. If we can appreciate Jesus, learn to appreciate your wife. Learn to appreciate your husband. We women, we complain a lot. We know that what our husband earn is not even up to what we earn. The little is bringing out, we are not valuing it. Let's learn to appreciate one another. The season is all about family being together. That is how I see Christmas. So, for me, I just see it as a season where the family really need to also reflect on how they have run the year. Have I really had time for my wife? Have I really had time for my children? Have I really had time for my husband? Have I really shown them love? Do they really have anything to speak of me for this year? Because it's a period that actually brings the year to a close. That is how I see my own Christmas. That is what I actually do, a reflection in my life, in my relationship, in my home, and I would like want to assess myself. Because I can't go to church and I'm dragging a ram or a goat or carrying 2 bags of yam to tell Jesus thank you. After all the plenty complaints, just as I complain in my home. And even my home, my very earthly home, that there's a Lord over my head, I don't even know what appreciation is. So please, I want to appeal to each and every one of us. If you're a man watching me, what have you got for your wife? For the fact that you are getting her a gift does not mean it's just about Christmas. Have you actually appreciated her to like, my dear, I just want to tell you thank you for standing by me all through the year? Have you been able to say that? Or as a woman, have you been able to also buy something for your husband and say, my husband, I just want to tell you thank you for being there, for being supportive. So please, let's learn to appreciate one another. It's not just about Christmas. You know, I entered market today. I didn't actually know that today was market. I entered market today. I was amazed. You know, everywhere you see shoes, you see people, and I ran into a woman that was really complaining, lamenting a few days ago concerning how the school embarrassed her child in their end of year party because she could not pay because they did not pay their fees complete and they did not even pay for the party money. And I ran into her. I was like, madam, you are shopping? She said, yes. So you know that this is Christmas, person need to. And I was like, do people think the stuff I saw her gathered was like only the shoes I saw her gathered was like I think about 18,000 naira. Then the clothes, she was like that she bought clothes so that each of the children's gown, I think she got them for 9,000 naira, and she had to buy 2 for her 2 daughters and 1 for. And I was like, is this woman normal? They did not give your child report card at the end of term. They did not give party pack during their end of year party school. But simply because, and you have not even paid for the term that have just ended. On the 10th of January, our land school is resuming. When I calculated what entered what she has bought in my mind, that is close to about like 40k. And I was asking myself, is this woman normal? Is she normal? And in so doing, you'll be surprised that this woman now and her husband, they have really had it out, as in dug it out in the house. Probably the man even said he doesn't have. And she was just like, no, na Christmas I must do. And you know, most of these clothes, some of these people, they wear these clothes to stay in the house that day. They are not even going anywhere. They wear the clothes and they remain inside their house. The kids might not even go out. Because some of them, they will tell you that I don't have a car now, I'm not mobile. Then where's the essence of spending so much? So, see, for me, Christmas period is all about a period we need to do a reflection. Reflect on yourself. Reflect on your relationship. Reflect on your family. Reflect on how much time you have actually had for yourself. How much time you have had with your family. How much love you have shown your family, your loved ones. It's not about a time that you want to do extravagant spending simply because you want to enjoy Christmas. Every day is a Christmas in a home where there is peace, where there is love. And I want to also talk to the singles. You know, I see some girls. I was talking to one of my spiritual daughters a few days ago. I was like, what is your plan for? Is there, mommy, next week I will enter this, that one of my guys just fucking up, and I was like, huh? What's that? That I know that's me. I have to just get a new person that will be able to take me out this Christmas. Do you know many people have even got to end up with unwanted pregnancy because of the spirit of Christmas? Just one day fun because somebody wants to buy you a Christmas gift. Pregnancy will enter. So for those of us that are single, according to Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 7, I just like, see, catch fun as a single, as in be happy with yourself the way you are as a single lady. Because even this spirit of Christmas, I have had to talk to one lady. She said why she was traveling to the east during Christmas because that is the period that they get to get married. And I was not like, for real, that some guys will come from abroad, they get to meet new guys. And I told her, I said, even somebody that you never knew. She said, yeah, so that's the period they used to hook up and get married. It's not to be married though, it's to be happy. It's to be happy. I was talking to one lady, I said, see, you see this your desperation about, I want to get married. Go and check Paul. Brother Paul in the Bible, 1 Corinthians 7:7. He said it's even better, it's happier for you to be single. The way you are, remain like that. Because what comes with marriage is not as easy as we think. It's an institution on its own that needs defense, certificate defense. A lot of people have been trapped into marriage. They are trapped. Because once you are there, it becomes whatever step you take, the society will judge you. People are there to talk. So for me, in the spirit of Christmas, what matters most? First, yourself. Learn to make yourself happy. Learn to make yourself happy. Give yourself this peace, this inner joy. Don't be looking at Oga came house. What is happening in the compound? That day, the rice is scenting very well. The little one you can also do in your house. Appreciate it. So to summarize what I've been saying, this is just, I want us to understand that Christmas, the spirit of Christmas is not the spirit of squander. It's not the spirit to squander. People save up money from January to December because they want to spend money during Christmas. They want to travel during Christmas. Do you know that there are some people that they never send some people money except during the Christmas period? That's when they will remember that they have one family, one relation somewhere they want to send money. What happened in January? What happened in February? What happened in March? In May? June, July? Nobody, you will not send, but during Christmas period, is it not even witchcraft? The way you know that the person will even squander the money, you are not sending somebody money in December. Doesn't even make sense. You know that any money you send to anybody in December during Christmas is to squander. Why not send that money in January when that person's child is about to start resume school? Yes, let the person quarrel. Sister not send me money during Christmas. Brother not send me money during Christmas. And I'm sure the person will appreciate it more. When January do came on the door and school is right there looking at you. Fees is telling you I have come again. And the person just see money drops in the account. Bang, 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 alert. I'm sure the person will say, oh, God bless this, my sister. The person will value it more. For those of you that know how to send people money during December, personally, I don't do it too. I let Christmas pass. All the new clothes you want to buy, you will not buy it. I allow Christmas to pass. When Christmas pass in thing. Those of you that you can't help somebody to even pay school fees. The child, they will call you, my child, they sent my child away from school. You will not send. You say, you know they. But during Christmas, you will have to send. Because they want to do Christmas. Let's try as much as possible to change the mindset that we have concerning Christmas. Christmas is not a witchcraft spirit, because for me, some things some people do during Christmas, I see it as the spirit of witchcraft. You give somebody money and the next thing the person squander on clothes, shoes, meat. Then by the time the person finish, on the 27th, the house is dried. Why not just let it be? Let them manage whatever they have. When school resume in January, you tell them that this is what I have, and let them use it also to take care of their kids. So this is where I'll be hanging up this evening. Let's know that the spirit of Christmas is not the spirit to squander. The spirit of Christmas is the spirit of love. Let's learn to appreciate. Men, appreciate your wives. Women are too much. Oh. Men, appreciate your wives. Women, appreciate your husband. Appreciate your kids too. When your kids see the way you appreciate one another, they also learn to appreciate you. Appreciate your kids. Show them love. Please, don't go and cause trouble for yourself in your workplace. Oh. And tell your boss that I'm not coming to work because I am celebrating Christmas. You will lose your job. And after Christmas, life continues. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain this evening. I just hope that somebody has learned something to know that Christmas is not a do or die affair. You have been eating chicken. Even if it's once a year you have eaten chicken, the most important thing, you have eaten the chicken. You have been celebrating Christmas if you were small. Christmas has not added to your height. It has not added to your pocket. Rather, it collects more from you. Be wise this Christmas. Merry Xmas in advance. Bye. This is Every Woman.